Hi, crafty friends. Look at these awesome napkins that I got at Walmart. When I saw them, I knew exactly what I wanted to do with them. So I grabbed out this board from Dollar Tree, and then the little hello sign is from Dollar Tree also. But I don't want to use the shiplap part of this. So what I decided to do was take the edges off of the front of the sign, and then we're just going to flip it over and use the back of the sign so that the napkin lays completely flat. So once I popped these off, then I flipped it over and we're going to paint it white, because once I took that back ply off of the napkins, they're super see-through, and I wanted it to be that white background rather than the back of the sign. So I set that aside to dry, and then I'm going to put a little bit of gold paint onto those edges just so they kind of blend with the hello metal part of the sign down there. And so once we get this done, we're going to set all of this aside, and then we're going to pull back out the hexagon shape that we painted. And I'm using some cling wrap, so we're going to lay that down first. So that way we don't have to use Mod Podge. We can always use this. This, once it's heated up, acts as the glue. So I'm going to put my napkin down over the top. I'm going to position it the way I want it to be. Then I'm going to take a piece of parchment paper and lay that over the top. And then I'm just going to use a dry iron. I've just got it on the cotton setting, but no steam or anything like that, and just go over the top of it, because we're just melting that cling wrap, because that becomes our glue to hold everything together. So once we've done that, you can take your time. You can go over this multiple times if you need to, but you can see here it's all nice and stuck to it. So let me show you how the back looks, because you'll see here where the cling wrap is under the napkin. Again, once the heat hits that, it turns it into our glue. So now I'm just going to trim the edges of this off, and then I'm going to grab my sanding block and I'm just going to sand the edges. And that just gives you a really nice, clean edge to the whole thing. And so if you at this point are like, oh, I feel like it needs to have a little bit more glue-ish, just lay your parchment paper back down over the top of this again, and then just heat it up. Just go over it with your iron again, and that will help reactivate the cling wrap. But I've not had to do that. This has worked out great for me, so I love this technique. No messy Mod Podge, which I love. So I'm obsessed with my mind is just going from these napkins, because they're kind of got a little bit of that metallic and the gold marbling. I just think they're gorgeous. So I'm looking forward to using these for lots and lots of projects. So once that's all done, then what we're going to do is we're just going to put our edges back on now that gold paint is dry, and I'm just hot gluing those back into place. I'm just matching them all up the way that they need to go. And then what we're going to do is use super glue, and we're going to put the hello over the top. I know hot glue wouldn't stick just because of the metal. I knew that wouldn't work, so I just figured some super glue would be the easiest and fastest way. So I just put a little bead across there. But you guys, I am obsessed with how this turned out. Isn't this a gorgeous little sign? I mean, who knew? A napkin. All right, friends, thanks so much for watching, and don't forget to follow for more.